If you're planning to visit the island of Sodor, then two locations I would suggest to check out are the Skarloey Railway and Harwick Beach. This story takes place on Thomas's branch line, one of the most famous places on Sodor. Not too long ago, Sir Thomas Hat wanted Thomas to pull Henry's local, ever since Gordon endangered the passengers with his speed. Sir Thomas Hat asked Duck to take care of the branch line when Thomas is away. It was a nice change for Duck, and soon got along with the coaches. Percy was glad to see Duck again, but even though Toby was grateful for Duck helping him, he found Duck opinionating. One day, Toby was heading from the branch line to Nafford to start Thomas's local run, when he saw Bertie the bus driving next to him, but he wasn't slowing down. Toby applied his brakes and stopped just a few inches from the crossing and missed Bertie. When they met at the station, Bertie apologized to Toby.
I'm sorry, Toby. I recently got a new driver and he was seeing if he could beat you to the crossing.
That's quite alright, Bertie. I too got a new driver and he shows to be very reliable. But let's hope he doesn't put you in danger like that again.
Well, didn't he see the gates?
There are no gates.
Excuse me, but how are you supposed to run the line without any gates?
It isn't dignified. Road vehicles don't know when to stop.
I know when to stop, thank you.
It's only for your safety as well as others. Accidents can cause problems for others.
That's why gates need to be put up.
Who was that?
Oh, I don't believe it, Percy. I would never think that Toby would run on a line that's not even safe.
The line is safe when Toby runs on it. His cold catchers and side plates work wonders. And plus, if Sir had thought gates were needed, he would have put them up long ago.
Duck was still not convinced, and he still thought that they were needed. Recently, one of the level crossings was having issues with its gates. Sometimes they work, sometimes they didn't, sometimes they would just stall, and sometimes it would take a little push in order to get them going. There hasn't been accidents, but only delays from the crossing. Thomas, Percy, and Toby all took great care when crossing it. Unfortunately, neither of the engines had warned Duck about this. Soon, Duck was back on the branch line, delivering a train of stone from the quarry. He soon passed the little crossing with its gates keeping at bay. Now that's the way, just like a proper railway. At the troublesome crossing, the signalman pulled the lever, went back to his coffee, but did not know the gates had stuck. Duck soon approached the gates, but he didn't even worry.
They'll open. I'm sure of it.
They're sure to open. They have to. And they did it. Until Duck yelled out, "Stop! Stop!" He slammed on the brakes. But it was too late. Duck sat on the crossing with the remnants of the gates clinging to his front.
Oh dear.
There wasn't time to examine him because of the traffic that was building up. Luckily enough, Toby was at Ellsbridge Station picking up passengers. Until he got the call, he came over to Duck. Toby's driver coupled him up, and then he pulled. And then he pulled. And pulled. Until finally, Duck got a move on. Toby arrived back at Tidmouth Station, Birdie was already there.
Beep beep, Toby, who's that?
It's Duck. The account decide on either pulling a train or being a crossing guard.
Whatever that is, it's not very safe to me.
And then, Trey hopped out of Duck's cab and apologized.
Listen, we are both sorry. We just never knew that the crossing was broken.
That's quite fine, though I don't think Thomas warned you about that crossing gate.
Duck didn't say anything, but just only looked at the gate that was decorated on him. It didn't take long for Duck to be repaired, so for the next few weeks, he didn't make any remarks about safety at all.